Okay, as I mentioned earlier, today we will be discussing about measures of coefficient of skewness. So these are also dispersions from the actual value. Fine. So if you see there are three measures of skewness, these problems you can expect in exam, because if you could see the formula, they are covering the entire syllabus what we studied till now, like mean, median, mode, as well as measures of dispersion like standard deviation, quartiles and percentiles. Everything is covered in these three formulae. So that is the only reason we can expect a direct question relating to standard deviation or measures of skewness. So if you see, we have three measures of skewness. That is what which I mentioned here. The first one is Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. I told you Karl Pearson's formula will be repeated thrice. Okay, one formula which was given by Karl Pearson, he's a statistician. So one formula which is given by him is standard deviation, which we already studied earlier. Now the second formula which is being given by Karl Pearson is um, coefficient of skewness, which is very, very important. The formula we denote it with skewness, we denote it with SK. Skewness is denoted with SK and P represents Pearson. Okay, so the formula is mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. And similarly, we have one more measures of skewness, which is Bowley's coefficient of skewness, because it is his name. He is also one more statistician, and this skewness is being given by him. And because it is Bowley, it is denoted with SKB, which is Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 median divided by Q3 minus Q1. And Kelly's coefficient of skewness is denoted with SKK, which is percentile. It is given in two forms, either using percentile form or decile form. So P10 plus P90 minus 2 median divided by P90 minus P10, or D1 plus D9 minus 2 median divided by D9 minus D1. So these are the measures of skewness which we will be studying today. So let us go into the problem. I think we are into which problem, 20th problem. No. Yeah, 29th problem. I'll just share you that question. Can you all see the questions, or did it change?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see the questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if you see, let us go back to 29th problem. Girls, excuse me, exam is going on for seniors, so let me attend this call. Okay, so let us see this 29 question. Calculate Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness, Bowley's and Kelly's coefficient of skewness. We will work on this particular problem. So we will see the measures of skewness on this particular problem. Okay, girls? One by one we will discuss. So this is very, very important. Girls, I hope you are checking the recorded classes on YouTube if required.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me just copy the problem and then I will stop sharing the question. Yeah, hello. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you see, this is the question which is given to us. Now, on this, we will work on finding out Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. So, which is mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. Okay. Mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. So for this, we need to first, in order to find out mean, we need x values, if you remember. X value is nothing but the mid value. Okay, girls? Hope you are all following, listening. So x value is nothing but the mid value. So 70 plus 80 divided by 2 gives us 75. Okay, so as the class interval is 10, I'll just keep on adding 85, 95, 105, 115, 125, 135, and 145. So this is the x value. Now mean and standard deviation together, I told you there is some common thing. We will be calculating FD so that it will be easy for us both mean wise and standard deviation wise. So our next column will be D, where D is equal to, I am just writing here elaborated formula, D is equal to x minus A divided by A. So according to that, A, what shall we pick A, girls? There are two mid values again, 105 and 115. So we will take 105. I will just take 105, and I, the class interval, we already understood the difference of any of this is equal to 10. So using this, so 105, 75 minus 105 gives you 30. So 30 divided minus 30. So minus 30 divided by 10, it is minus 3. So minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is D value. Next, after this, we need for the formula, for your understanding, I am just mentioning the formula as well, girls. So the formula for, before going with this, I'll just mention the formula. So the formula for mean is A plus summation of FD by N into I. So this is one formula, and standard deviation formula under root of summation of FD square yeah, hello. मैडम हम क्लास के बीच में हैं. sorry, girls. Your seniors are writing exam, so that is how it is happening. Yeah. Okay. So now, if you see, this is the formula. So summation of FD square, the under root of summation of FD square divided by n minus summation of FD by n whole square into I. So this is our standard deviation formula. So using this, so when we use this, now we need to find out accordingly. We need to find out FD is one column, FD square is one column. Okay. So this is what, and then also we need to find out mode also. So the formula for mode is lower limit plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into I. So all this we need to show. So now if you see FD value, so 12 into 3, so minus 36, minus 36 again, minus 35, so 50, 45 into 2, 90, 90, 4 8s are 32. Now tell me what is summation of FD?
32.
Please calculate and tell me summation of FD as well as what is n value. Calculate and tell me.
Summation of FD is 155, ma'am.
Okay. What is summation of
N
F?
value is 250. 240, ma'am. 240.
240.
Okay. And then now what we have FD square. So FD square I told you. If you remember, I told you FD square is equal to, don't get confused with this mark, column FD into D, which gives you FD square. So accordingly, when we calculate FD square, so 36 into 3, so 3 6 are 18 and 3 3s are 9, so 108 and 12, 72, 35, 0, 50, 180, 3 9s are 27, 270 and 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. Now tell me what is summation of FD square? What is summation of FD square?
$863, ma'am.
863.
3.
Okay, now we have one more thing, ma. We need to find out mode. If in order to find out mode, if you remember the process, in order to find out the mode, if you remember the process, first, what are we supposed to do? We need to pick the maximum frequency. Okay, so out of this, what is the maximum frequency? I think 50 is the maximum frequency. So this will be your model class. Okay, that is first thing. And then as 50 is your maximum frequency, this will be F1. The previous frequency will be F0 and the next frequency will be F2. So whatever I am getting, I'm just writing, girls. N is equal to 240, A is 105, I is 10. We got summation of FD as 155. Summation of FD square, we got it to be as 863. And for mode also, we will write model class. This all we will use directly using formula because I don't have space. I'm writing it right now only. Using this, F1 is equal to 50, F0 is equal to 42, and F2 is equal to 45. I think these are enough in lower. Okay, these are enough in order to substitute in the formula. I'm erasing the tabular part, the calculated part. Okay. So
Summation of FD square is 843, ma'am.
I didn't write it. I wrote it 843, not 863.
No, ma'am, 843.
It's 843, ma'am.
Okay, I'll correct it. I'll correct it. So it is 843. Fine. So now if you see, first we will find out mean. So mean formula I just gave initially. So A plus, so where A is equal to 105 plus summation of FD is 155 divided by N is 240 into I, which is 10. So calculate this. One of you calculate and tell me. Meanwhile, standard deviation. So under root of summation of FD square is 843 divided by 240 minus summation of FD 155 divided by 240 whole square.
Ma'am, mean is 111.45, ma'am.
Okay, 111.45. So similarly, again calculate standard deviation. So mode is equal to the lower limit is 110 plus F1 is 50 minus F0 42. 2 into F1 is 100 minus 42 minus 45 into 10. So tell me the values. Eight 43 divided by 240. Yeah, hello. Yeah, what did sir say? Hmm. Hmm. No, not WhatsApp me, don't mail me. You convert your document, your all images, not single images, completely convert it into PDF and then mail me. Okay. Email ID, I'll message you. Yeah. Yes, girls, what is mode?
116.15.
Okay, now did you get it? So using this Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. So if you see it is mean minus mode. So mean is 111.45 minus mode is 116.15 divided by standard deviation is 17.59. So do it and tell me. Yeah. What is the answer? Yeah. I got minus 5.95. Girls, are you all listening, following?
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, I got
Yes, ma'am.
minus 0.26, ma'am.
Minus 0.26. Okay, let me just go with
Yes.
it. 111.45 minus 116.15 divided by 17.59. Yeah, what you got is correct. Maybe I wrote before dividing. So minus 0.287. Okay. So this is what, so only the difference is the formula, right? But the process calculating mean, median, mode, standard deviation are all earlier methods which you have already learned. That is why I told you there will be a revision for all the methods. So that is, these are the measures of skewness. Is it clear? Any doubt on this, girls?
Ma'am,
Yeah. Please tell me.
ma'am, I have a doubt on FD square, ma'am. How did you get those values, ma'am?
FD square. There is FD column. You have an FD column, right? FD
Yeah, ma'am.
column into D column. FD column into
So it
D.
is F into D square, ma'am.
Yes, F into D square it is. It is not FD whole square. It is FD into D. So it is
Okay, ma'am.
FD square.
D square.
There are two columns you can see. There is one column FD column and there is another column FD. Sorry, D. So multiplying that you will get FD square. F into D square it is. Am I clear?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Can we proceed to the next method? Any doubt? So on the same problem, now we will apply Bowley's coefficient of skewness, where it is related to quartiles and median. So we will just calculate that. Okay. Okay, now this is the problem again, same problem. So on this, we need to apply Bowley's. So Bowley's is represented with SKB, so which is Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 median divided by Q3 minus Q1. So this is our formula. Okay, so we need to find out quartiles, 2 quartiles as well as the median. That's it. So now if you see, what will I do, girls? Though it is confusing, we will also calculate for Kelly's also. Shall we take percentiles or deciles? Any one thing we will take. Please tell me which one. Based on your decision, I'll go ahead.
Decile, ma'am.
Okay, decile. So D9 plus D1 minus 2 median divided by D9 minus D1. So we will calculate both of them. Okay, for all the formula is same. Only the variance of n changes. Only n value changes. Okay, so based on this, we know n is equal to 240 already. Okay, so now for all quartiles, percentiles, median, first step we need cumulative frequency, right? So which is 12, 30, 65, 7 and 107, 157, 12, 10, 202, 232 and 240. Okay, so this is our cumulative frequency. So now after this, we need, after cumulative frequency, what is our next step, girls? So we need to find out first. I'll just start calculating for Q1. One by one, we will just go ahead. So for Q1, our n is even number, so it is n by 4. So girls, make sure n is your even number. So for the position is n by 4. So 240 by 4, for 6 are 24. So 68th item. Understood? 240 by 4. Girls, there is only 10 minutes for this video, for this class. So if it ends, immediately join back, okay, to continue with the class. So if you see Q1 is n by 4, 240 by 4. So 60th item, go to your cumulative frequency. 60 is lying between 30 and 65. So therefore, this will be your Q1 class. So based on this, Q1 is equal to, I wrote the, if I write the formula, L plus n by 4 minus cumulative frequency by frequency into I. So this is the formula. So the lower limit of that class is 90 plus n by 4 is 60 minus cumulative frequency of previous class is 30 by frequency of that respective class is 35 into I, the class interval is 10. So now calculate and tell me what is Q1?
$98.57.
Yeah. So Q1 is 98.57. We got one value. I'm just writing it here because if I erase later, so it will be here. Similarly, now Q3 is 3 into n by 4. So when we substitute it, 3 6 are 180th item. Okay. So 180th item is ranging between 157 and 202. So using this again apply, I'm not writing the formula girls, directly I'm writing it. So this will be your Q3 class. Okay. Q3 class, so the lower limit is 120 plus n by 3n by 4, we got it to be as 180 minus the previous cumulative frequency is 157 divided by the cumulative frequency of the respective class is 45 into 10. So using this, find out what is Q3. Please calculate and let me know.
125.11.
Okay, so Q3 is 125.11. So similarly, what is our next step? We need to calculate median as well. Okay. Girls, are you all understanding? Any doubt? If you're having any doubt, you can interrupt me and you can ask. So now median. So for median, it is n by 2. So n by 2 is 240 by 2, which is 120th item. So when it is 120th item, it is ranging between 107 and 157. So this will be your median class. So based on this, median is equal to, this is your median class, no? So 110 minus 110 plus n by 2 is 120 minus cumulative frequency of the previous class is 107 divided by frequency of the respective class is 50 into I is 10. So when we calculate it, what are we getting the median to be as?
112.6.
Okay, so median is 112.6. So what else? Next we found out Q1, Q3 and median. Now we will also find out deciles. D9, so where D9 means 9 into n by 10. So n is 240. So 9 4s are 36, 9 2s are 18, 19, 20, 21, 216th item. Okay, girls. So when it is 216th item, 216 is ranging between 202 and 232. So this will be your D9 class. Okay. So using this D9 is equal to, the formula is same, only this value modifies. So lower limit is 130 plus 216 minus 202 divided by 30 into 10. So when we substitute it, what are we getting D9 to be as?
$134.66.
So D9 is 134.66. Now the last one we have, which is D1. So D1, it is n by 10. So it is 24th item as per calculation. So when it is 24, it is ranging between 12 to 30. And this is your D1 class. So based on this, D1 is equal to 80 plus 24 minus 12 divided by 18 into 10. So what are you getting D1 to be as? (24 minus 12 divided by 18 into 10 plus 80.
వేరే ఉంటాయి.
86.66.
ఇంకా కొత్తవి కూడా ఉన్నాయి ఇలా.
86.66. So this is
ఈ మోర్ ఆప్షన్స్ లో అలాగే చెప్పొచ్చు, గో ఫాస్ట్, గో స్లో.
yeah. So now using this,
ఎందుకు
now when we substitute these values in the formula, we will get it. So first we will calculate Pauli's coefficient of skewness, which is SKB, which is Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 median divided by Q3 minus Q1. So when we see the formula, we have all these values here: 125.11 plus 98.57 . Rabia, immediately take attendance now. Rabia, roll number 1. So minus 2 into the median is 112.6 divided by 125.11 minus 98.57. So using this, so girls, can you calculate it and tell me?
Ma'am, minus 0.057.
Yeah, minus SKB we got it to be as minus 0.057. Correct. So similarly for Skelly's coefficient also, SKK, so D9 plus D1 minus 2 median divided by D9 minus D1. So 134.66 plus 86.66 minus 2 into 112.6 divided by 134.66 minus 86.66. Tell me the answer. So for this, we got Kelly's coefficient of skewness, we got it to be as minus 0.080.
0.080. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is how you're supposed to calculate measures of skewness. Only the formula, which is very, very important, you need to remember it, and it is for sure exam point of view question. So any doubts, please let me know. Rabia, did you take attendance?
Yeah, ma'am, I did.
Okay. Any doubts, please let me know, girls.
Ma'am, can you please tell the formula for the first method, ma'am, where we did mean, standard deviation and mode?
Mean minus mode divided
Measures
by
to-
standard deviation.
Okay, ma'am.
Mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness formula is mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. So girls, with this we complete topic relating to averages. Okay, that means what is an average, what are the different types of averages like mean, mode, and standard deviation, and